I'm ready.
Our roundup of Georgia, 7 and Forces Radio, the authentic dial, and it's the 30th day in September 2022. Few more hours to bring us to 1st of October, which is the Independence Day. Georgia, I'm excited. You should also be excited, One miracle is the fact that you are still alive. And of course, in the first of another month, and Independence Day, to God be the glory. Okay, that was the news and Nintramon News and Current Affairs Department. I'm sure you were duly informed. Up next is the Friday sermon of Nigeria. Don't move your muscle.
Fice Radio.
All the time. What song? No.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. لك الحمد يا الله والشكر سرمدا هديت إلينا الإيمان منك تفضلا وأنزلت قرآنا وأرسلت أحمدا عليه صلاة الله ما شكره على وناديت اللهم يا خير سامع إذنا من التسميع قولا ومفعلا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي المؤمنين ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وعظيمنا وحبيبنا وقائدنا وقدوتنا وأسوتنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ورضي الله تعالى عن السادات التابعين والعلماء العاملين والأئمة الأربعة المجتهدين ومقلديهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Amma badu, listeners, as you have just heard, and as you are aware that tomorrow, inshallah, all Nigerians, especially the serious and reasonable Nigerians, will be celebrating Independence Day. I have to congratulate you in advance. It is indeed a very important moment for Nigerians. But I know most of you are aware that we are celebrating this independence amidst challenges and problems. But such is life. When there is life, there must be challenge and there must be problem. As a nation, we need to create a sense of hope that inshallah things are going to work right. And also we have to do something about changing the scenario and narratives of the situation. As we celebrate the independence, we also have to create a sense of inclusiveness. What I mean by inclusiveness is we all have something to offer in changing the narratives. And one of the things that we may change and as a result, a solution could be found is accountability. Yes, the connection between accountability and independence may not be so direct. But if we look at the meaning of independence clearly, we are going to understand why it is important to have accountability. because it is with accountability that we are going to have a good governance which ensures genuine independence. Independence is a condition of a nation, a country, or a state in which its residents and population or some portion thereof exercise self-government and usually sovereignty over the territory. Self-government is only possible when there is accountability. If we really want to celebrate more independence in our country, we must accept and adopt the sense of accountability. Because in ethics and governance, accountability is answerability, blameworthiness, liability, and the expectation of account giving. I mean, you have to be answerable to or responsible to whatever action or inaction you take. When majority of us become responsible, then our country will be good. And when we say responsibility, we don't necessarily mean a limited meaning that narrow our understanding to governance alone, but to the holistic of life. We must be accountable. We must be responsible in the holistic of our life. First of all, you have to be responsible for whatever type of life you are living, either a good life or a bad life. Why are you living a good life? Why are you living a bad life? You are responsible for that because it is your choice to live the way you are living. And we have to be responsible in our families. What is going on? What is happening in our own homes? We are responsible for that. What kind of children are we producing to the society is our responsibility. And by extension, what is happening in our society must be our responsibility. And then we go to the larger states. What is happening in Nigeria today, either positive or negative, is our responsibility. We are going to be responsible for the results as well. As leaders, as community leaders or political leaders, we are going to be responsible. A Muslim, in particular, and a believer in general, whether a Muslim or not or non-Muslim, must have the sense of responsibility because he believes that there is nothing to hide for the Almighty. This belief alone will create accountability in your mind. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَخْفَى عَلَيْهِ شَيْءٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا فِي السَّمَاءِ. Surely nothing in the earth or in the heavens is hidden from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we celebrate the independence, let's have this in mind, that whatever we are doing in this country, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of it, and He is going to hold us responsible, and He will demand accountability. From the verse, we can easily understand that we must look at accountability from all dimensions of life. All dimensions of life. Not only from civil service, markets, private entities, or whatever we do in life. We have to look at accountability from governance dimension, in the public sector, non-profit and private corporates, and individual contexts. We are required to be conscious of the Almighty wherever we may be. And that is the meaning of a hadith in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam summoned one of his companions in person of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, that ittaqillaha haythuma kunt. Beware of Allah wherever you are. If people will create this consciousness of the Almighty in their minds, in all their activities, and if we hold ourselves responsible for any action or any inaction, we are going to not only reform our personal and individual lives, but by extension, we can easily change and reform our society to develop. In leadership, accountability is the acknowledgement and assumption of responsibility for actions and inactions, products, decisions, and policies, including the administration, governance, and implementation with the scope of the role or employment position, and encompassing the obligation to report, explain, and be answerable for resulting consequences. In any case, a Muslim in particular, and every believer at large, is accountable at least to himself. And that is why Umar ibn al-Khattab, the second caliph of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "Hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasabu." Hold yourself accountable before you are asked to be accounted. Before you are asked to be accounted for. Therefore, in governance, accountability has extended or has expanded beyond the basic definition of being called to account for one's actions. It is frequently described as an account-giving relationship between individuals and by extension between man and God. Therefore, if we are going to look at responsibility or accountability, we must look at it from this dimension. That is, you have to be accountable when relating to man. And by extension, you must be accountable because you must relate by the Lord, to the Lord. Because he created you and he is aware of whatever you are doing, and you are going to be resurrected. Many people don't feel that sense of planning for resurrection because many people are not aware of death. We don't think about it, therefore we don't plan for it. Until when we see a dead person, then we will start saying that his death was a shock to me. What kind of a shock? There must be death if there must be life. And there must be death for resurrection. Therefore, if we want to believe in resurrection, we have to first of all acknowledge life itself. Because we believe that without death, there is no resurrection. There will never be resurrection without death. And there will never be death without life. And as such, if there is life, there must be death. And by extension, there must be resurrection. Now, a Muslim is always, or a believer is always thinking in this direction, that one day I'm gonna die, and as such, I believe that that will be not the end of life itself, but it is a transaction, a transition to another life. Perhaps it is right to say that the only way to make the relationship perfect is by reproaching our minds. Any relationship, whether relating to the Almighty or relating to man. And relating to man is more important because it is true relationship between man and man that you go to the relationship with Lord. You can't relate to the Almighty by destroying the relationship between man and man. Therefore, if you want to be a perfect believer and a good Muslim, you have to improve your relationship with man. When I say man, I mean as human, not as that person that you only relate with because you are biologically connected to, or you are in a family relationship with. And the only way to make that perfection of relationship is through a reproach in your mind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة أيحسب الإنسان أن لن نجمع عظاما بل قادرين على أن نسوي بنانا. I swear by the day of resurrection, and I swear by the self-reproaching person, a believer, that is the meaning of self-reproaching soul or person. Does man, that is a believer or a disbeliever, think that we shall not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able to put together in perfect order the tips of his fingers. Now you can see that the verses indicate the importance of moral responsibility. Because when we are talking of our accountability, we are by extension looking at moral responsibility. And in philosophy, moral responsibility is the status of morally deserving praise, blame, reward, or punishment in accordance with one's moral obligations. Yeah, there must be a kind of two-dimensional concept of morality, because there is morality and immorality. Therefore, moral responsibility must be a status of morally deserving praise or blame, reward or punishment for any act or for any mission. And that must be in accordance with one's moral obligations. You are obliged to many duties by the virtue of your inclination to morality. That is to say, you have to take decision of what counts as morally obligatory. And that is a principal concern of ethics. One of the things that will make us always celebrate a true independence is our ethics and values. Because it is by upholding our ethics and values that our morality will be sound. And it is by morality that our accountability and responsibility is possible. That is why we have seen Islam is all about morality. Look at the first revelation given to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Many of you are aware that the first instant of receiving revelation, he was afraid of it. And he therefore went back to Khadija, his wife, in that situation. And in comforting him to calm down, she mentioned his quality, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never disgrace you because you have these qualities. Helping the poor and the needy, respecting your visitor and neighbor, discharging or keeping kinship. And she mentioned qualities that are not in a direct way a relationship between man and God, but a relationship between man and man. And that is to say, before he was given the office of a messenger of Allah and a person that will make the work of apostle, he was given that sense of being human in that ability of discharging humanitarian services. Therefore, it is high time to start celebrating ourselves as people and hoping that we are going to change the scenario and narratives of the bad and negative perspective of Nigeria, so that we will celebrate a better Nigeria that has a high level of good governance, that has good people that are responsible and reasonable, a country that has people who agree, who accept the idea of accountability. We are hoping to see a Nigeria that we're all proud of, a Nigeria that when we travel out of will be welcome and respected as reasonable people, and when we come back we'll be happy because there is always development that is taking the nation forward. It is our duty, all of us, you and I, we and they, we must do something that will change the narrative, the negative narratives of Nigeria, and we must make sure that we celebrate the independence of their nation in an independence way of doing things. That is by making independence to be a kind of workable in our country. Because we have said that independence is a condition whereby a nation or a state has a majority of its population or some portion of thereof exercise self-governance. And the importance of self-governance is improvement. We are going to take a short break, and when we come back, inshallah, we shall be interacting with you to hear from you what do you feel about the program, what is your message, what is your question if there are any, and you can even criticize us. Thank you. Don't go away. Don't go away.
I want someone to listen now. No.
Get educated, get entertained, get informed with Armed Forces Radio. 107.7 FM, authentic voice of the Nigerian military.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back. It is time for us to interact with you and hear from you. How do you feel about the program? The numbers are 0806 396 3643. I repeat, 0806396 3643. Thank you for being with us. And if you are just tuning in, the program is Friday Sermon. Okay, someone is there. Nam. Hello. Sorry, we miss him. If we miss you, please try and call back. The numbers are 0806 396 3643. I repeat, 0806. Okay, someone is there. Now. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. I'm a Christian, but I always listen to your program, sir.
Thank you very much. Truth has no religion.
Yeah, because the program teaches all of us, not only you in the room.
That's good of you. That's one of the intention of the program. Thank you very much for that.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Your name?
God keep you, sir.
Yeah.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, that's a call to appreciate our effort. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our effort. The numbers are 0806 396 364. Okay, someone is there. Now. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Alaykum assalam.
My name is Abubakar Fada.
Saeed Abubakar Fada. How are you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, madam. We enjoy your preaching and God continue to guide you and assist you.
Thank you very much, Malam Abubakar
I have
Fada.
a question to ask, madam.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
Precisely, I'm calling from New Karshi, Nasarawa State.
Okay, New Karshi. Okay, go ahead.
Nasarawa State.
Nasarawa State. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, madam. The issue of death.
Death.
We are misunderstanding the counting for 3 days and 7 days.
3 days.
The day a person dies, so 5 days or hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. We start counting days when it is over. That is to say, if a person died today,
Yes, sir.
then tomorrow we are going to start counting 1. Next tomorrow
Yes.
2, and the other day 3.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. The numbers are 0806 396 3643. In the program of discussion or the topic of discussion, okay? Assalamu alaikum. Now.
My question is based on the moral corruption, not the
Okay.
corruption.
Okay, can you tell me your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Uncle Sanusi.
Okay, Uncle Sanusi Hamisu. Thank you for calling. What is your question?
My question is on accountability.
Okay, you want to ask about accountability in respect of moral corruption, right?
Exactly. Whenever there's a moral corruption, accountability will never work. Whenever we focus on moral corruption, that's the not going to be financial corruption. Accountability is everything in government.
Okay, thank you very much. Indirectly, you have contributed to the program. And what you said in summary is if we want to fight corruption, what we do first is to build morality. Because whenever there is a moral corruption, then there must be economic corruption. That is a good one. Thank you for contributing, Uncle Sunusi. The numbers are 0806. Okay, someone is there. Naam. Alaykum assalam.
My name is Bashir. Hello?
Bashir, can you speak louder?
I'm calling from Tungamaji.
Bashir Aminu from Tungamaji. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. What is your contribution?
I want to ask a question.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is that joining Maghrib and Isha together.
Okay, combining Maghrib and Isha prayer, the late evening and the early evening prayer, okay?
Yes,
combining it together. It is an act of sunnah to combine the two salats at the begin, when there is necessity. When there is necessity, and necessity is a very relative word. It could be a health necessity, it could be economy, it could be a situation like the rain or something of that nature. Thank you very much for calling, and I hope you've gotten your answer. The numbers are 0806 398 396 3643. I repeat, 0806 396 3643. And the topic of discussion is accountability, because we are celebrating, or we are going to celebrate the independence of our nation tomorrow, and therefore we have to be accountable so that it will be a meaningful celebration. Now, Naam, go ahead. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Well done. How are you doing?
Good, sir.
Whom am I on to?
I'm calling Yakubu Abdullahi Biu.
Yakubu Abdullahi Biu. Biu is in Borno State, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you calling from Borno State?
No, I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay, that's good. What part of Abuja?
Galadima.
Galadima. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. My advice, what I want to tell is just simple. So it's like the advice to government, sir.
You want to advise the government?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that this is
the final year to our
do you think that this is the right medium to advise them?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't think, please. I don't think this is the right medium. Find another way of advising them, please. Thank you very much. Now.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Okay, Saidu Abubakar, welcome back.
Yes, there is a situation where a person steals a mock property.
A personal what?
A person steals a mock property.
I didn't get it well.
A person steals in the mock. A mock property.
Okay. Someone steals a mosque property.
Yes, and in the process you recover it. Okay,
may Allah forgive you.
Is it good to announce that in the mosque, or you?
No. You just receive it and admonish him not to repeat it. That is all.
Thank you, Allah.
Don't disgrace him in the public.
Okay, thank you, Allah.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I think we are going to receive one more call, and then we take our leave, inshallah. The numbers are 0806 396 364. Okay, the last call, inshallah. Hello? Oh, maybe we can take another one because we can't get this one. Okay, now, hello. Sorry, if we miss you, please try and call back. Maybe the network starts it's becoming troublesome. All right. So I think we are going to take our leave now, and we are going to make it a date with you that inshallah next week, same time, same station, we are going to bring you another edition. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.